Alright, so, hello everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of 333 News. Now, I did record this one other time, but we realized during the process of editing, there was an issue with the audio, because for some reason, on the first clip, there was no audio. I don't know what the heck happened, but we're going to re-record that one, and I'm going to fill you in on all the information that you would have missed if we had just kept going and not realized what has went wrong there. So, first of all, UK has passed 1 million cases of COVID-19. We're going to make this as quick as we can because we're running on a bit of a time budget here. But yeah, UK passed 1 million cases of COVID-19 recently, and because of that, they've gone on a full lockdown. And now I've got another devastating record that is going to be a very big shock to all of you. The US has reported 99,000 cases in one day, and we've also got Poland having a big uptick in cases. And here's a comparison of the graphs to the right. So yeah, you can see the US and Poland having some record high cases. And that is not a good thing. It means that COVID-19 is on a worldwide rampage right now, or at least through the US and Europe. And we can only expect worse as we go into the winter season. So that's that. And, yeah. Next thing I wanted to get into, which you would have also missed, is how we've had our, historically early snowfall this year on October 29th, 2020. And it was not just a light dusting of snow, we actually had a few inches of accumulation in places, and a few inches of snowfall in most places throughout New England, although the accumulation wasn't that high. So here's a quick video showing that, and you're definitely gonna notice the voice might, not the voice, but, you know, the timeline might not match up as I go into the next clip after the snow clip, because this is a re-recorded scene, and I have no idea what happened with the audio for the first one, but hoping and crossing my fingers that it works for this one. We're gonna hope that we don't have that same issue again, so we'll see you on the other side of that clip. So yeah, there you go, and you can see that is indeed snow. We are not joking around, and that did happen on October... What day was it again? Well, it doesn't matter, it said that in the clip, so you'll know what day it is, even though I don't remember. But yeah, that's proof that we are not joking with this, it did actually snow that day. And it is historically early snowfall for New England. So, that tells a lot about what we could be seeing for the winter season this year. And that means it could potentially be even worse than the 2018 winter season. And that one was a pretty damaging one, if you remember the big squad of nor'easters that was hitting New England during the 2017-2018 season. We could be seeing worse this year, as has been said by a record early major snowfall. I can't really say it's a major snowfall because it didn't accumulate that much, but it was good enough to qualify as a snowstorm. Alright, now we're gonna have to play some, you know, more intense music here, some more suspenseful music, because we're getting into some very deep updates now. This is no more about COVID-19 or weather. This is now about other stuff that's going on. And I feel the need to update you on this because things like this have been going on all too long. And I feel like there are things that need to be put an end to now. And that's what I'd like to do with these remaining updates. So, first of all, I'd like to start by saying that COVID-19 is not a joke, and we have been seeing comments that are making jokes of COVID-19. If it's like an off-topic meme, then that's fine, but I do not want you to make too much offense about COVID-19 in the comments, because the people who might be reading those comments could have had loved ones who were killed by the virus, and you really do not want to do that, because it can hurt a lot of people's feelings if they have had personal experience with the virus or have lost a loved one to the virus. And another thing is, in all those videos displaying the coronavirus statistics, you have to know they're not just numbers. They're real people. And those are real people who have gotten infected with the virus and died from it. So, don't just say that they're just numbers. They're people just like you. Alright, that's the first one. Another one is regarding other offensive comments. So, there are people who do make offensive comments, and what I'd like to say is don't do that, because it's wrong and it can hurt people's feelings no matter who it's directed to. So, I just like to say if we do see offensive comments, they will be deleted without warning, because we do not tolerate that. I'd just like you to know that. And if you do persist in making offensive comments, you might be hidden from the channel, just as a warning. Alright. And, I might as well get to our final update. So, you've noticed that, we have 500 subscribers. Yes, that's true. But how many people watch our videos every time? 20. That's the actual number of people who watch our videos whenever we upload. And I find that to be a dang shame. I really do. That means that if you're subscribed, you should be watching, but you're not. It means most of our subscribers don't even care. And another thing is, you should only subscribe to a channel if you're going to watch what they're gonna put out. So, you might just, stay subscribed because you're a supporter of the channel, and that's perfectly fine. If you support the channel, by all means, go subscribe. And you don't have to exactly watch everything, but you should still watch some of the content we put out. But, what I would like to ask is, if you do enjoy your content, make sure to subscribe so that way you don't miss out on it. But if you don't enjoy your content, then don't bother watching it. Because if you don't like it, then why are you even watching it in the first place? You just shouldn't be. So, I just want to make that statement and say, only watch our content if you like what we're putting out. If you don't try to change what we're doing. Just go somewhere else until you find what you're looking for. So, I feel like I've said what I need to say, and with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this episode of 333 News up by saying, please take all this information seriously. COVID-19 is a real problem out there. I want you to be serious about being safe. I want you to not joke about the virus, because that could be mean, offensive, and hurtful, considering all those numbers are real human beings' lives that are being taken by the virus. And be considerate. Don't be offensive to anyone. Be kind and considerate to everyone. And one final message. Only watch content that you're interested in. If you're not interested in our content, then it's as simple as not even watching it. So, if you don't like your content, if you dislike one video because you didn't find you didn't find it to be good enough, then that's perfectly fine. Tells us we probably didn't do a good enough job if you're a regular viewer of our content and you like what we do. But if you don't like what we do, don't watch the channel. Go somewhere else. That's all I really need to say about that. So, I'm going to wrap the episode up now, and that is it for this week's episode of 333 News. And I should definitely have better news that's way more positive next week. So, I'll see you guys then.